Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is TWiT.
Audio bandwidth for This Week in Tech is provided by Winamp for Android, the ultimate media player for your desktop and Android device, featuring wireless sync. Download it free at winamp.com/Android. Video bandwidth for TWiT is provided by CacheFly at CacheFly.com. This is TWiT, episode 280 for Christmas week 2010. Our third annual holiday show. This Week in Tech is brought to you by Hover.com. Hover is domain name registration and management that's simple. For 10% off your new domain, go to twit.hover.com. And by Slingbox, which just turned your iPad into a television. Slingbox introduces their new iPad app just in time for the holidays. So now you can watch your home TV on your iPad anywhere you take it. Check it out at Best Buy or slingbox.com. And by Mailroute. Businesses of every size use Mailroute. One user, 50,000 users. It doesn't matter. Mailroute will protect you from spam and viruses, simplify your life, and make your email usable again. Visit mailroute.info to sign up and get 10% off for the life of your account. Well, Tom, here we are once again. Actually, you've never been here before, but I mean, for the holidays.
Here we are once again for the first time.
For the first time, it's our traditional TWiT holiday special, which we record a goodly time before Christmas to allow me time to recover, frankly, before the holidays.
From the special.
The special is amazing. We've done this, and we started doing this 2 years ago with Jonathan Coulton and John Hodgman. This year, we're going to add Paul and Storm to the mix, and I'm so pleased you're here, so that it's not just me alone laughing like a ninny.
No, I can laugh like a ninny along with you. I've listened for the past 2 years.
So funny.
This is one of the few times I was like, I got to be in there while they do that.
So glad
too
you
good.
could be here.
Too good.
Let's get our guys on the line and get ready to celebrate Happy Holidays from TWiT, our special holiday edition.
Just go back to Paul for one moment, please.
Yes, we can.
Can we just see?
Oh, yes,
now, there can't be a more depressing room than that one.
You know what? This looks a lot like where you were last year.
I thought that was the thing to do. I looked at the video from last year's Christmas show. I thought I took everything off the walls. I put a lonely guitar over here.
He asked for the Hodgman suite.
The door doesn't even have a doorknob.
It's not even a doorknob.
Knob off of the doorknob.
It's like you're in some sad asylum where they don't even trust you with a doorknob.
Those weird hotel drapes.
Yeah, awful.
Coming to you from a meth lab in Western Pennsylvania.
At least Mr. Hodgman at least has a picture on the floor still, so that's kind of keeping.
Yeah, that's my Hodgman's Malort picture.
You're going to hang
usually
it at
on
some
the wall,
point?
but I wanted you to see it. I wanted you all to see it. I'll bring it up. I'll show it to you later. It's a Christmas miracle.
Okay. This is.
I'm putting some.
Oh my God! He's drinking Jager out of a bottle.
Drinking Jager out of the bottle.
Oh my God!
You got to get into the spirit. And
would you please fax me some of that Jagermeister right away?
I think when they say spirit, they don't actually mean spirits.
I tend to take these things literally during the holidays.
Oh my God, that's
Is
horrible.
that a gallon jug of Jagermeister?
He's going to vomit on the show.
It appears to be. Yes.
There's nothing more festive than a vomiting drunk.
I know when I think of Yuletide cheer, I think of chugging Jaeger straight from the bottle.
Oh my
Just like
God.
Santa used to.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Well, it's chilled.
Wait a minute, let me see Storm's room for a second.
Okay, Storm. Wait a minute, Storm's room. Okay, I gotta get the right
no,
button.
the other
Paul,
one. Yes.
Paul. There we go.
Yeah, Storm.
Oh,
That's Jonathan.
oh,
there.
oh, look.
I think
he's saddled up the
by a
bed.
slim margin, Storm has the least depressing room.
I don't know. He's
That's
got.
only because of the Pac-Man
You haven't seen the poster yet.
Oh, that's great.
At least it's hanging from a wall.
Jonathan's got a fireplace.
I have a wreath behind me. Does
And a
that not count for
fireplace.
anything?
Yeah, but go back over Jonathan's right shoulder. There seems to be like an old empty box with some gray underwear hanging off it.
Oh, yeah. That's my underwear box.
That's the Coulton tradition, isn't it? The gray underwear was hung by the cardboard box by the mantle with hair.
I like how you turned and identified it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, the underwear box.
That's my
I
underwear.
forgot it was there.
And Storm, I'm glad to see that you still have your Woody Allen picture from Manhattan of Woody Allen and Diane Keaton sitting under the Brooklyn Bridge from your sophomore year dorm room.
It is my wife's, and it is our holiday tradition. We put Woody Allen posters up throughout the house.
Nice. And next to the
and they
Russian
live in his
roulette.
sophomore year dorm room still.
Yeah,
they do. We
don't
left
realize
the
how close you
originals.
are,
These
John
are
Hodgman. You can't see in the shot of Storm, but like just on the wall to the other side, it's just nothing but Nagel prints.
And Nagel. We have Nagel locked
Yeah,
in.
Nagel hung
he's
on the
in
wall.
there. Yeah, yeah.
Marvelous.
So we're gonna celebrate here.
Our
It's not
cups of
Jager.
Jager.
Yeah, it's red Jager.
Red Jager.
Red Jager.
Yeah, that's
Jager.
Diet Dr. Pepper.
Diet Dr. Pepper.
Cheers.
This is good. This is good. Very festive.
It has a water.
Water.
Did you get that from the tap?
I just love how every single time you cut to Storm,
He's swigging from the Jaeger.
I only put one in the freezer. That could be a problem.
Anybody got a Goldschlager? Because I'm just getting very thirsty.
Are you low on gold?
I'm low on gold.
Yeah, when the complete and total collapse of civilization comes, you'll be glad that you have that gold floating around in your body.
Nothing like heavy
Have you
metals.
tasted the new frankincense Schlager and myrrh Schlager?
Merschlager is very good.
They're not as good.
I like Merschlager.
Merschlager sounds like bad Yiddish.
That was my Murray.
Sing the praises of December 23rd, although it's not a holiday per se. It's just the day that is the day before the day before the day that is the best day in the world.
I love They Might Be Giants.
The 24th is Christmas Eve, the 25th is Christmas, and the 26th
I think that is their impression of John and John.
and
It actually-
marks the feast of Stephen, but
More
the 23rd is mostly spent just marking time until the earth rotates around its axis.
It's gonna get bad for Storm. It's gonna get very bad soon.
Today we sing the praises of December 23rd, though no one else would seem to give a damn. It's just the day that is the day before the day before the day that is the best day in the world.
Hey, welcome everybody to the traditional day before holiday special here at the fabulous TWiT Cottage. Tom Merritt has consented to stick around after his show. He's got his ho 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 hat.
I'm handcuffed to the chair.
Yep. He doesn't have a bottle of Jagermeister, but some do. We won't name names here, but he's been swinging it away. That's Storm, ladies and gentlemen.
Happy holidays.
Very festive.
It gives him a very hobo look.
Yeah, to his left, Paul. Yeah, they go together, and Paul and Storm, and that was their song, Christmas Eve. Also joining us right now. They're all going on a boat together, I think.
Yes.
Mr. Jonathan Coulton is the man in charge of that cruise.
I will be captaining the boat.
Captain Stubing.
Captain Coulton.
Captain Coulton. And Mr. John Hodgman, who has since we last saw him, got a fancy mic stand.
I do. I have a fancy mic. I
It's a
have
nice fancy mic.
Looks like a good
I have a lamp.
collection of
I
hair
have some
ties.
books.
Congratulations on your lamp.
Thank you very much.
You set your goals and you go for them.
That's right. Look at that. That's just there. They are. In like Hollywood Squares.
There we are.
Exactly.
Look, it looks like a Sesame
CNN.
Street thing. One of these things is not like the other. One of these things.
Hey.
Can you guess? Can you guess the difference?
Which
That's
is
two.
which is
Where's
not the
three?
same. Which is not the same.
We all have glasses.
Except one of
We all
them.
Whoa, the operating system.
The monitor does not have glasses.
The monitor. Which one doesn't have glasses? They all have
We all
glasses.
have glasses. Only one of us
Yeah.
does not look like a divorced college philosophy professor.
Well, now you have to figure out which one that is. I don't know. They all look
Like
pretty
that.
depressed.
For some reason, everyone was drinking on that one. It's like, yep, everyone drink.
Yeah.
He said
That's the big
philosophy.
reveal at the end of the show. We'll let you know.
So normally on TWiT we talk about tech news, but I think that would be a complete waste of time with this bunch. What is the story, Jonathan, with the cruise? How did that happen?
The cruise, it's something we talked about doing for a while, and we did a poll on the website to see who would be interested, and then completely changed the parameters and set something up. It leaves from Fort Lauderdale on January 2nd, and it's a 6-day cruise in the Caribbean.
Oh, that sounds cool.
And it's me and Hodgman and Paul and Storm, Kevin Murphy and Bill Corbett from Riff Tracks. Let's see, John Roderick, Will Wheaton, Mike Furman of Hard and Firm, Molly Lewis, the famous ukulele tricks from the West Coast there. Who am I forgetting?
Peter Sagal.
Oh, Paul F. Tompkins and Peter Sagal are the other ones.
Wow.
So it's a star-studded cruise, a lot of entertainment, a lot of pasty nerds getting sunburned and embarrassing themselves in front of all the old people who are just trying to have a vacation.
Is that the Peter Sagal who does the radio show?
Yeah.
That's the very same, yes.
Is it pronounced Sagal? Because I always thought it was Seagal.
It's Sagal. It would be Seagal if he kicked and punched people, but it's not.
Thank you. My wife is...
What's going on? There's giggling. Oh, look, much better. Much better. He now has a poinsettia.
Ah, the studio is in.
So much better. Raise it up. You're going to have to hold it up, though. We can see and a martini.
Okay. And we have Santa Claus.
That's a good wife. That's it. That's it.
Whatever you do,
Good
keep
wife.
them completely below your camera so no one can see.
He's going to actually hold them up. And she doesn't have a doorknob to complete the scene, does she, by any chance?
We need a Christmas doorknob.
You can use the martini glass after you're done with it.
That was the thing. She sold her doorknob.
I was going to say,
get me a martini.
it's an old Henry story.
I sold my liver to buy that door back then.
Oh, it's so sweet, so touching.
Can I tell a funny story about the poinsettia plant?
Yes, if I can find
not that
you.
one in particular. When I first moved to New York City, I was temping for a while, and I was working for a bank. I don't remember which bank, but I was somebody's secretary I don't even know what they did. I was really out of the loop. I was just sort of in the ring of desks with all of the secretarial pool, and it was right around Christmas, and it was the World Financial Center. Is this huge mega complex of banks, and every day at 4:30, me and the other girls would put our sneakers on and take the elevator down and walk outside. And about a week before Christmas, I showed up at work, and there were poinsettia plants on every desk, and I thought, well, geez, isn't that nice? What a sweet gesture. And at the end of the day, I took the poinsettia plant home with me, and I did not notice that I was the only one doing that. And then when I got back to work the next day, I realized they were actually just office decorations. They were not gifts.
Do you do that at weddings too? Are you the one that takes the
he takes the
bouquets home?
Yeah, the centerpieces.
Not anymore. I don't take anything anymore without asking. I was horribly embarrassed.
Learned his lesson.
Yeah.
And so is that the poinsettia plant? Is that...
That's the history.
And then I gave it to Paul. And now Paul has it. Yeah.
Perfect. It's perfect. Yeah. He's now repositioned it strategically.
Now, just for you,
it's like the fruitcake. It gets passed around every year.
You had it last
Paul,
year.
that looks so beautiful the way you have it set up.
I'm feeling really festive now. I think that calls for another drink.
He's got all his decorations in a clump on the floor.
It really brightens the room.
Yeah.
You've ruined the North Korea vibe that you had going there.
And now looks like a very special Christmas episode of American Crime Scene.
Kimmel Paul.
Just need a blood stain on the left side, and then that would balance.
Mm-hmm.
Got the UV light. I bet there's some sort of liquid there.
Human matter.
Human matter of some kind.
I would rather you not.
Oh, hiya, Prof.
I just like to look at Storm. I'm just waiting for him to pull out the Jager.
You guys have to understand, that's not gray in his beard. That's been bleached from the alcohol dripping down his chin.
Okay.
Storm, how long have you been enjoying Jagermeister? Two-part question. Today and in general.
I don't know if I enjoy it at all. But today, I guess it's only been since about 15 minutes before we began when I heard that Jonathan had eggnog. Oh. And I was very jealous of that fact.
Is that true?
I do have eggnog, or I did before I drank it all. Hick.
It's a dangerous drink to have with a beard.
Certainly is.
Especially
and
the
as
chunky
everyone
kind.
knows,
What was that, Storm?
as everyone knows, eggnog is the gateway drug to Jagermeister.
That's true.
I went straight to the Jagermeister. So that sets up today. As far as Jager, it actually was a holiday tradition with a family, some family friends that they would drink Jagermeister and shoot rifles into the air on New Year's Eve. And I figured, why not now?
Start early.
Well, it's like the Christmas commercials start coming shortly after Halloween. They keep coming earlier and earlier, so it's the same sort of thing.
When
Yeah,
they
I
shot
just
the
drank
rifles into the air, did they bother to go outside?
Sometimes. It depends on when the Jaeger drinking began.
Well, I imagine after a few years of that tradition, outside and inside sort of start to blend.
There's
there-
nothing
there
like
was-
Jagermeister. You are really drinking liquid Christmas.
That's how I
When you
like to
drink
think
Jägermeister.
about it. I do like to think
I get no money from this. It's just I've been a connoisseur and an appreciator of incredibly thick, syrupy, pine cone flavored German liqueurs for a long
you do-
time.
What year
Did
is
you
that,
start
Jager?
Did you start on grenadine and work your way up with like the virgin liqueur?
When he was a young man.
Doesn't taste enough like sap and tar pitch. But I
You do
add to
feel like-
this.
Well, actually,
No,
that is the topic of our festive occasion today is to talk
Sap and
about
tar pitch?
Sap and tar pitch. No, the holiday traditions.
Cheer.
Cheer around the world. We're trying to bring a little light into the sad lives of our listeners. Any way that we can.
I feel like you're just turning the dimmer down.
Just darken their doorstep.
I'll just turn this light off. I'll just turn this light off and close the door, listeners. There you go. Now it's extra depressing
Just
for you.
think, if you could go on the cruise, if you're not going on the cruise with us, you could sign up. You can get like 6 whole days of this.
Yeah. Wow.
Just us sitting around in depressing rooms.
What are you going to
drinking.
do? Yeah. That does raise the
Having a
question.
depressing room LAN party. We're not even going to go onto the deck. We're just going to, Skype from our staterooms. Excuse me, I have another shrimp cocktail coming. I'm going to on pause for a while.
BRB.
Bring
BRB,
more Jaeger,
my chicken fingers are here. Hold on.
Have you prepared, Jonathan, any events for this cruise?
Oh no. Yeah. We're doing
Wait, I have
concerts
to
every
ask you
night.
a question, Jonathan.
What's that?
I need to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Are you going, first of all, when is the cruise? Remind me.
It's January 2nd, I believe.
January 2nd.
Yes.
You're
Can
flying
I-
there on the
can-
1st, though.
I'm on the cruise. All right, good.
Yeah.
Are tickets still available for the cruise?
That's a great question, John. I'm really glad you asked that. Tickets
I need to
are
know the
still
answer.
available for the cruise. You can still buy tickets
It's
for the
hard
cruise.
to believe that with this.
How would I go about buying tickets, Jonathan? I mean, is there some sort of web address that I could direct my computer to?
That's crazy
You know,
talk.
I wish we had thought ahead, John, and set up some sort of a web site to do that. Yes, we have. It's called JoCoCruiseCrazy.com.
No, really?
Yes, JoCoCruiseCrazy.com.
Wow.
That was the title that won.
Yeah.
But now I have a legitimate question, Jonathan. As the captain of this cruise, will
Yeah.
you be performing marriages, weddings?
He can, legally. Yeah.
I thought about that. I don't know. I
believe
would
all
be happy to
bearded
give.
men at sea can perform weddings.
It's common.
I don't know
law.
that they are. I don't know that they're legally binding. Is the
I'll tell
thing.
you what.
I don't.
For every marriage that you perform, I'll perform
Yeah.
a divorce.
Free?
It's a great idea.
Free divorce.
Will it be the same people?
Yeah, no, that's the idea.
Yeah. Well, I think if I get what you're suggesting, John, you would hand a coupon for the free divorce at the wedding ceremony.
Just like at my wedding.
By the way, we decided to join in with you, Storm.
Oh, look at that!
Hey, oh! Oh, baby. Mine's full.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Not for
mine
long.
was full.
How on earth did you have 2 full bottles of Jager just waiting?
Well, there you go. That's the magic of radio.
Christmas miracle.
We only had
The swag train is so fast to the TWiT cottage that the moment Storm revealed the Jägermeister bottle, they immediately faxed those over.
we
to
sent
Sophia.
out. We sent out for more Jaeger. We actually know it is a miracle because we only had 1 bottle.
And it was just a little bit at the bottom.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not, there's no.
Can I ask at this point, when does the show actually start? Because I'm going to turn professional when that happens.
Oh dear. Well,
don't let that
not
happen.
for a while.
Okay, good.
Not for a good long time. I'm just trying to pull up the. Obviously, I can't get the cruise site up here.
I would join you guys for a drink, but I have to drive to Jersey City later to drink 2 cans of Four Loko on the radio.
Do you really?
That's a good
Yes.
gig.
Wow.
What,
Look, guys, I'm on television, guys. This is the glamorous life I live.
what's the occasion?
I'm going to do a radio show.
About Four Loko?
No, I'm a guest on Tom Sharpling's radio show, The Best Show, on WFMU.
And they give you Four Loko as part of the deal?
It's
or-
a Four Loko party. This is happening. This is what the kids are doing these days. They're getting terrestrial radio shows and having Four
'Cause they're easy
Loko
to get.
parties. Podcasting netcasting is dead.
It's dead.
Let me tell you.
We're stuck
It's
with
all-
Jaeger.
It's all terrestrial radio and Four Loko now. That's what the kids are doing.
That's what they're doing. I thought this was it. I believe Storm, and I got all excited. Oh, he's dead.
Storm is gone.
He's fallen. Apparently, he's fallen and he can't get up.
You know where he is? He's at the bottom of a bottle of Jägermeister. That's where he is.
It's so sad.
Someone get him.
So
Someone
sad.
please call 911.
And I didn't believe the ones
Can we
that
determine his
break it up-
location from looking at this crime scene?
It's really.
Tonight on The
Zone
Mentalist.
347-345, enhance.
Oh, he's back. He's back.
Hey,
Oh, there he is. Yeah. Welcome back.
What happened, Storm?
Wait, there he is.
I needed to refresh my Jagermeister.
You can't do it out of a
know
tap.
what I mean?
God, this stuff is foul.
It's Christmas.
Wait, John Hodgman, are you really drinking 2 Four Loko cans on the radio?
I'll have one and we'll see what happens after that.
Because I think you will have to go to the hospital if you have 2 of those. You won't sleep either, right? It's caffeine and alcohol. Is that right?
I have so many Christmas cards to write. That's probably for the best.
Did you know, Jonathan, when you planned this cruise, that the boat that you were going to go on was called the Euro Dam?
Yes, I did.
Did you request it?
I did.
He had it rechristened.
That's not a particularly felicitous name for a cruise ship.
Why is that? Why do you say
I don't
that?
know. It evokes just images.
Damn Europe.
Oh, it's EU. I thought it was URO. I'm sorry. EU.
Oh no, it's EURO. It's Europe. It's Europe is a nice, clean place.
But you're not going to Europe.
No, we're not going to Europe. We're going to Ocho Rios, Jamaica. I have to look at my own website to see where we're going. I always forget.
The
Which
Bahamas.
is the Europe of the Caribbean.
Half Moon
Right.
Cay, Bahamas, Ocho Rios, Jamaica, and Georgetown.
and Cayman Islands.
Oh, Georgetown,
right.
Cayman Islands. I'm sorry, not Georgetown.
Hey, that's cool. You could start
In
a
Washington,
a
D.C.
shadow corporation there.
Look,
I'm
that's
going
right,
to
man.
set up a few shell companies, and I already have some accounts there that I need to move.
That's one
your
of the
shell companies
activities for the
actually
cruise,
trade in
I guess.
shells.
That would be a great seminar.
Right, I mean seashell companies. I sell seashells by the on the Grand Cayman.
Tomorrow we'll be stopping at the Cayman Islands, and so tonight a seminar on how to set up your own shell corporation. I think that's a good idea.
I think it's going to be a delight. I think the
probably-
whole thing is going to be a delight.
It is. And still available. Plenty of tickets.
Oh, that's a little crass, Leo.
Tickets available now.
You gotta take it from a broadcasting professional like me how to work it in smooth.
I do apologize. Do apologize.
Just
if they had
ease those plugs in smoothly. That's not sounding any better, actually. Never mind.
The problem is they don't have that cool, smooth broadcasting microphone you had, John.
He's got a good one, doesn't he? Look at that.
I learned my lesson from last year.
Yeah. The bigger the mic.
I showed up on a headset and a weak Wi-Fi And I looked like pixelated garbage.
It was horrible.
And I sounded like Storm.
Before the Jaeger.
Wait a minute, what's in the case there? It looks like it's got a metal case of some kind.
It's another case of Jagermeister. No, I feel like I need a microphone as well.
Nice.
I mean, obviously I have one, but one that
I like
looks
that Storm picked now to upgrade his studio.
Look at this.
There we go.
You just had to have that lying around there.
I'm ready now. I'm ready.
Wow, that's good looking.
Okay.
Is that microphone actually live, or are you just pretending to talk into it?
Oh, it's live.
Ish.
Ish.
Here's the Cruise Crazy.
Yeah, if that doesn't convince you, I don't know what will.
Boy, that's attractive.
There's a monkey and an octopus. I mean, what more do you want?
Yeah.
Go to the homepage, Leo.
Oh, click home.
Mm-hmm. Whoa. Slow down with the jargon there.
Here's the schedule of events.
Look at that. Schedule events.
Hey, see.
I ought to get you to do all my internet browsing for me, Leo.
This is good. I'm good, aren't I? I've been practicing.
Okay, slow down there.
Too fast.
Okay, got it. Now keep scrolling.
I wonder if that's a service provided in Los Angeles.
Oh,
we will scroll for you. You're going to have movie nights. You're going to have a Paul F. Tompkins mustache formal.
Fancy pants parade.
Fancy pants parade.
Mustaches will be provided.
Really?
Yes. You will not have to grow one. You can. Even if you have grown one, we will still provide you with a mustache.
I wish I could get away with things like artisanal pencil sharpening classes.
Oh, that's David
yeah, I didn't even mention
Sorry.
David. Our friend David Rees is coming on board, and everyone gets a free pencil and a coupon for one authentic artisanal sharpening of that pencil.
David Rees, he's one of the world's foremost manual pencil sharpeners, is he not?
I believe so.
He's definitely the top sharpener, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah. For years, he's been the godfather of artisanal pencil sharpening.
I think he retired, though, some years back. This is a rare opportunity to see him at work.
That's right. He's back in the game.
That's great. How did you? I can't believe you were able to talk him back into it.
Well, he's pretty expensive. I mean, all it took was money, honestly, but it just took a lot of it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say anything, but I had heard that.
I think a new generation is discovering the joys of a hand-sharpened pencil. And I think that he's responsive to that, and he wants to see what these kids are like. And also, it's a recession, and he needs the money.
Is that him? Is that you,
Yes.
Unretouched.
That's me, yeah.
I think it's
me
Jonathan.
when I was in college.
Yeah. I like the tattoo.
But David Rees is the one who has started this movement aboard ship. Because stuff on the ship is, or I should say, Wi-Fi connectivity is very expensive on the ship.
Yes.
It is 1,000 euros per minute.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, obviously, I've already pre-purchased 1 million minutes.
Are those European euros?
European euros. Yeah, because it's the high seas.
So you're going to have a deep sea Wi-Fi temperance movement.
But David Rees is leading a splinter group of mutineers who are making a pledge to not use the internet during the entire cruise.
And if anyone knows splinters, it'd be David Rees.
That's right.
Good.
Exactly. So.
Way to set that one up, Hodgman.
I'm telling you, I'm a broadcasting professional. Are any of you guys going to join the non-Wi-Fi? I've already pre-bought the.
You bought it all up. I think you cornered the market.
$10 million value pack.
Yeah.
So I can't. I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. We already did kind of go deep on the Wi-Fi purchase. This is actually the first I've heard of this movement, and I support the cause, just not directly. So I do encourage other people not to use the internet.
It'll certainly make your experience faster. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a huge amount of bandwidth on the boat for everyone to share.
Have any of you gone on a cruise before, or is this?
Yeah, many actually.
Yeah, many cruises.
Many cruises. I'm on one now. It's going to be a little tight getting back into Fort Lauderdale, but I'm confident that it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Are you on an icebreaker? Are you in the belly of an icebreaker? Is that where you are?
The prow. The prow.
He's filming the latest season of Most Dangerous Catch.
The sweater.
Got to get those Opies.
I'm in charge of the drawn butter, so I will need to go in about a half an hour to take care of that.
You're drawn butter steward Storm. You can make $25,000 in a season that way. I'll tell you.
He spends it all on drink, though. It's sad.
Well, he's paid in Jager.
Gets back to port, and that's it.
Yeah. And you come home, and you come home. Your hands are mangled, horribly burned. It's very dangerous.
Bad.
Remember that, kids.
Grease burns.
And you can never. Everything slips out of your grip at all times.
Yeah, that's right. You've got no grip whatsoever.
And the worst part, you smell like butter.
Yeah. And Jager.
Oh, no, that's the best part. That is the best part, my friend.
The buttery richness of Storm.
Oh, yes, indeed. To be around me is to smell butter.
To be around you is to feel like I'm going to the movies.
We're going to take a break and come back with more. Let's get everybody gargle it if you got it. Jonathan Hodgman is here, Paul and Storm, Jonathan Coulton, and if you've got some Jager, just enjoy that as we celebrate the holidays. I'll do the commercials later. I'm too drunk to do it. We'll fix that in post. So we're gonna get back to our Jager party. Jeez, I don't know how that happened. I don't know where that came from. Oh, I know.
Well, it was Storm.
Storm is where it came from.
As most nefarious things.
He brought the Jager. In just a moment. Before we do, though, I want to mention our friends at Hover.com. Hover, I just moved most of the TWiT domains over to Hover.com. I've got a few more to do because this other registrar, which I'm not a fan of, and I don't think I have to tell you who it is, you probably could guess, is holding on to these things and make it so hard to get rid of it. Not Hover. Hover's domain registration made easy. Use Hover's domain management to set up your email addresses, to forward email addresses. You use SubBrilliant. Do you have a server for SubBrilliant? You must.
Yeah, I do. I have a web host,
Yeah, so Hover doesn't do the web hosting. See, this is the beauty of it. They don't upsell you on anything. Basically, they do forwarding, they do email addresses, they do domain names. You know, you have complete privacy controls. You don't even have to pay for it. They automatically have Whois privacy. If you are transferring there, they will charge you $10, but that gives you a whole extra year on your existing domain.
So you're basically just paying for the extra year.
You're paying for the transfer is free, and the remaining year is free. Hover.com. If you go to TWiT, TWiT.hover.com, you'll save 10% over and above their already low prices. And by the way, service and support is excellent. They have a no-hold policy during business hours. When you get a live person, they will not put you on hold. I can go on and on. I want you to try it. It's the folks from Two Cows do this. It used to be Domains Direct. They've rebranded it, and it is great. TWiT.hover.com. Give it a try.
I have a confession to make.
Uh-oh.
Yes, my son.
I ran out of Jagermeister, and this is actually full of Drambuie.
Did you spice it?
Only as much as Drambuie is spiced. Which is plenty, I assure you.
Wait, what is Drambuie? What is the flavor of Drambuie?
Scotch? No.
That is a Zen koan if I've ever heard one.
Drambuie is what haggis comes in.
All right, somebody, we have to
It's
fix.
a Scotch-based liqueur.
They were
Drambuie.
they were finding shoe polish out of it or something.
So, somebody's buzzing, and I think it's you, Paul.
I think it's most of us.
Oh,
God.
yeah.
You have to unplug and replug or something.
All right, hold on.
Oh, this is good. This is the. I'll just hold on this shot because he might bear his midriff if everything goes well. Reach up a little higher.
Look,
Any
Paul
better?
brought out his professional mic now. Two of them. He's going
got
to
two.
out-mic everybody.
He's having
right.
a press
It's in
conference.
stereo. You know, we've run low on the Jager, but fortunately, we're not out of tilt. Malt beverage with natural flavor and certified colors. So a couple of tilts to celebrate the holiday season. We started with wine. We've gone on from Jager to tilt.
I like that they've
Next you're just gonna
translated
be shooting yourself in the mouth.
We've gone from tilt to the shotguns.
I don't understand. Just stuff. Liquor keeps showing up.
I like that they
It's
translated
ice cold.
proof into percentage of alcohol, so I don't have to do the math in my head.
Much simpler.
Yeah.
That's right. What's half of this?
I wish we had planned ahead so that, like, every time we cut back to Leo and Tom, there would be 2 more bottles of Jager in your studio until you just buried in bottles.
We couldn't move. There was Jaeger everywhere. Well, I'm going to go back to the Jaeger from the tilt. Maybe I'll go back and forth.
That's an old Christmas carol.
Yeah.
From the Jager to the tilt.
From the Jaeger to the tilt. Speaking of Christmas.
Jager before tilt always will be spilled. I can't remember the second part of that rhyme.
Right. It's old sailor's doggerel. Speaking of a holiday, and there's nothing more festive, really, than the Christmas music of Paul and Storm. I thought I'd just share this.
Christmas music of Bing Crosby. Just one suggestion.
David.
That would be one. Anybody, really, frankly.
The Nutcracker. The Nutcracker.
The Nutcracker.
Another
That's
suggestion.
Christmassy. Yeah, no. But really, I do believe that you will find this quite entertaining.
Coming in a strong third.
right after Bing and
everyone else.
And everyone else. The Nutcracker. Christmas with Jabba the Hutt. All right, you're right. It's not quite as festive as Bing Crosby, I think.
But accurately translated.
The translation's fantastic.
Woman and boy. Glorious boy. His cake.
What weird demented...
Is that a literal translation of the Huttese?
It's as
or
close.
Or is that a poor translation of the Huttese?
I
that
think
Huttese?
it is as accurate as I could get it. There are actually some folks who've compiled all the Huttese that has been spoken in the Star Wars movies.
There's actually a
wasn't-
glossary, a lexicon somewhere.
There are several lexicai, and I chose among them.
Could you turn it down, Leo? Because I feel like Satan is breaking into my head. I feel like I'm getting a Stranger-style home invasion from Satan in my skull when that's going on in the background. Go ahead, Storm. I'm sorry. It was just
quite all right.
Satan was talking to me again.
I'm glad you pointed it out because that was the original one. It was the original artistic vision, so I'm glad that you picked up
Satan in your head.
Technically speaking, I think it's Middle Huttese. So
Middle
I don't know if
Huttese.
it's sort of true, true Huttese, sort of a transitional period.
Oh, I see.
Hey, another
Chaucer
awkward
of
silence
Huttese.
after Paul says something. All right, everybody drink.
Storm, why did you do it with a Southern accent? Southern Tatooine, I mean.
Because Jabba is a Southern Hutt.
You are about to get so many emails.
It's better than the stony silence. It's better than the stony silence.
The best part is they're all going to be actually spelled with the lateral lisp already in the text.
Shh, no one say anything. No one say anything. Just wait.
Oh, Merry
Thank you,
Christmas,
Jonathan.
one and all.
Paul is going to murder me at sea.
I think, well, that's the question, isn't it?
Yeah, that was the good point that Paul F. Tompkins, when he joined, has declared this is actually going to be a murder cruise, or perhaps I should say a murder cruise.
I think that's just Paul F. Tompkins' desire to I don't think he cares about the murder at all. He just wants to dress up as Peter Ustinov in Something Evil Under the Sun and hold his own personal inquest scene with all of us where he can accuse us all of being the murderer and then prove that we didn't do it until someone pulls a 22 on him and he wrestles them to the ground.
Better
I'm not
than
gonna say
Angela
who it is,
Lansbury.
but I'm the only one of us who has a 22.
Uh-oh.
And are you bringing it on?
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Or red herring alert.
I never thought of that, did you?
The business tech publication. Interesting.
Yes, exactly. You looked right into my soul with that one. That was a weird moment of Skype accidental eye contact that really freaked me out.
Jonathan actually has several Christmas songs. Some of them very odd. All of them.
He's the originator of the Pod Safe Christmas song.
Yeah, he did the Pod Safe Christmas song. I think we played that last time. Christmas from, was it Alpha, Beta Prime?
Chiron Beta Prime.
Chiron Beta Prime.
Redacted.
They don't do Christmas on Alpha Beta Prime.
Sorry. And this, Christmas is...
It's Chironica there.
Interesting. You could just lip sync it, Jonathan, if you'd like. You need you need some Jager.
It's time for a long winter's nap.
Everybody drink.
There's a knock on the door and a stranger is there. He wants you to sit on his lap. He takes your watch and he gives you a hairbrush.
Hey, boy, second O. Henry mention in this one show. Pretty impressive.
We don't have that many tricks, Leah.
That's pretty much it, huh?
He says he can't stay because he's got a long way to go and it's starting to rain. Christmas is interesting, like a knife in your heart.
Actually, you don't have to worry. People at home aren't hearing this. This is where we're going to put a commercial. We have more with Mr. Storm, Mr. Paul. Does that make any sense, Mr. Storm?
I think you just call him Mr. Paul and Storm.
Mr. Paul and Storm. Messrs.
Monsieur.
I think you Messrs. Paul and Storm.
Paul and Storm.
And Messrs. Coulton and Hodgman. In just a moment, before we do, though, I would like to mention our friends at Slingbox. Now, I know you're a Slingbox fan, Tom.
I love the Slingbox.
You love to sling.
Because you can watch your television wherever you are. And at first you think, oh, that's really fun. But then you actually go on a trip, and I know some people make fun, like, why you want to watch TV on a trip? But you've been there. You've been in the hotel room after the day's over, and you're like, oh, wait, I'm in a different time zone. I missed my show or this or that. Yeah, and there's nothing on, or the receptions. Right. With Slingbox, you can get everything that is on your home DVR, not just your home television service, but your DVR as well.
They work on the Mac, they work on Windows, they work on the iPod Touch with Wi-Fi, they work on the iPhone. I just got the Android version, which I may even be the best yet. And
don't forget BlackBerry too.
BlackBerry, and now there's an iPad version too.
I know.
Which
I was using the iPhone version on the iPad and double pixeling it.
No,
it was okay.
This is
but
better.
This you get all the pixels. It's much.
It took a while, but they just came out with it. I'll tell you. Here's the thing to do. Slingbox. The way it works, you hook it up. You get the Slingbox. You go to Best Buy and get the Slingbox. You hook it up to your system. So that means your DVR, your satellite box, your cable box, your DVD player, whatever you've got in your TV setup, and then you plug in an Ethernet cable to it, and that's the whole setup. That's what's involved. Now, when you go on the road, you basically surf. You have your own login and password, so it's protected, and you go to the Slingbox, and there it is. There's anything that you could have done at home, you could do over the Slingbox.
It's totally legal because you're just broadcasting it to yourself,
right, and no additional cost.
So there's no service fee, no risk of running afoul of the law.
And if you want to run afoul of the law, you can by going to a football game or a basketball game and watching the instant replay on the TV while you're in the stands.
Well, that's not the law. That's the law of sport.
The law of sport.
It's a different law.
I think it's the only way.
It's pretty cool.
To be honest.
Yeah.
Check it out. It's at a Best Buy near you, or go to slingbox.com. In fact, Slingbox, I think, has lists of where the Best Buys are and where the demos are going to be. Slingbox.com. It is awesome. We go back to our holiday festivities.
There's nothing most musicians like better than hearing themselves while watching other people listen to them.
Right. And we stare at them.
The only thing better is watching yourself listen to yourself.
We can do that.
We can do that. We have the technology. Yeah.
That's great. Thank you. How long ago did you record that, Jonathan?
Do you even remember recording this at any point?
Boy. That must have been in It was probably like 2003 or 2002, a long time ago.
From the album Smoking Monkey.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's thing a week.
Because you can hear there's so much more youthful exuberance and joy in your voice.
You look at him now and you go, that can't be the same Jonathan Coulton.
Pleasant December, he wasn't tired at all. Christmas is interesting, like a knife in your heart.
It's so festive.
Drink up.
Are you still recording, Jonathan, or have you kind of given that up?
No, I'm actually working on a new album right now. It's nice of you to say that.
Nice transition into plugging your new CD, eh?
It's all
The
resting on your laurels
master of
from
the
here on.
rude segue, Leo.
It's the Jager talking.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Blame the Jager.
That and this thing is pretty much strangling me. I don't
So
know.
Jonathan,
In
is
Jager
your wife still
Veritas.
dead, Jonathan?
Jager Veritas. That was that was, many people don't know, but that's the motto of Yale University.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah, no, I am working on a new CD. I'm doing it a little differently. I'm in a studio with
how
a
exciting.
bunch of other musicians and a band, and it's a whole new thing.
How is
It's
that
exciting.
for you?
It's weird. I mean, it's very different. You know, I've been playing a lot more electric guitar, and you know, that sort of makes me write different stuff, and it's a challenge because it's a little bit out of my comfort zone. But that's part of the reason I'm doing it, just to try something.
No, you don't have
different.
you don't have a label though.
No, I don't have a label.
So you're funding this on your own? Wow.
I am, yeah. And the exciting thing for me is that it's being produced by John Flansburgh of They Might Be Giants.
Oh, that's great.
I've always been a huge fan of them, and it's really, really cool to work with him.
It's really the Brooklyn Mafia here. I mean,
yeah,
isn't it?
It is sort of the Brooklyn Mafia.
Yeah. That's cool. What, Paul and Storm, you're not in Brooklyn.
No.
No, only in spirit.
Okay.
Oh, and Storm, you're not still recording music, are you? Maybe it was you.
Is that music that you guys called that? Are you still recording that?
It's
Yes, we're being produced by the ghost of Tiny Tim. And we're very thrilled about that.
Is he a ukulele tricks or a ukulele?
Ukulele.
Tron.
You look
Ukulele-tron.
Ukulele
Ukulele tour.
Look at this. Somebody's pulled out an instrument. Speaking of the uke.
what about that, huh?
As those of us who know it call it the ukulele. It looks like like a Martin ukulele. Is that like a fancy
This is a Cordoba.
Cordoba?
Cordoba.
Fine leather ukulele.
Given to me by my wife, chosen by Jonathan Coulton,
Wow. That's
my other wife.
Big love.
They are all neighbors, you know. I mean, it's a little weird. They're all
That's how we do it in Park Slope.
on the same street.
We're all family. We cannot withhold our personal favors from one another.
Inside all those brownstones, it's just all connected rooms. There's not actually separate houses.
It's
steam tunnels.
It's
You can get
history's
all over the
longest
neighborhood
key
and the
party
steam
here in
tunnels
Park
under
Slope.
Steam
the streets.
tunnels. It's all the steam tunnels.
You don't even need keys for your key party. It's just
Exactly. Well, you know what? We've matured and evolved beyond that sexually.
right.
I'm just going to leave it on you. And
I'm glad you clarified.
Yeah, you can explain it.
You okay there,
Now I
Leo?
have to
No,
talk
this stuff
about-
is like hallucinogenic. It's just
Okay.
very festive.
I'm getting a smooth ride with the Drambuie.
That's the commercial right there.
There we
You'll
go.
get it.
We're talking about mailroute.info. Actually, you can go to mailroute.com, but if you want 10% off for the life of your account, mailroute.info. It's a special deal we've arranged. I started using it in 2004. He's my friend Tom Johnson created this, and we met at family camp, and he said, "Yeah, I'm doing this thing. You want to try it?" And I said, "Yeah." And I can't live without it now. If you run your own server, this is what you need. I mean, you could go out and get a big hardware anti-spam solution, but they don't scale very well. They're very expensive. Mailroute is very affordable. It starts at $2 per person, and the prices go down the more users you have. Very effective. Their false positive rate is 1 in a quarter million. I haven't found any false positives. You can, at first I check the mail store every week, and I haven't done that in years because I never miss an email. Mailroute protects you against spam, phishing attempts, and viruses before they reach your server, which saves a lot of traffic. Directory harvest and denial of service attacks are thwarted at the perimeter outside your network. Your costs are lower. You probably even save money using Mailroute, and you don't have to worry about scaling, distributed architecture, anything like that. And here's a nice thing. If your mail server is down, your mail doesn't bounce. Mailroute has an email spooling service. They call it mail bagging that will automatically save that mail because their uptime's 99.999%. Tom knows how to run a server. And, he created FrontBridge, which Microsoft bought as Microsoft Exchange Services, and he's been providing these anti-spam services, as I said, for the last 6 years to some of the biggest companies in the country, universities, and to me. And I love it. And now to you, Tom.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
All you got to do is know how to edit an MX record. If you know what that means, you're in.
Yeah.
You can use this.
Actually, they've got now individual accounts. I'm not. I mean, I think most people just use Gmail or something. But you could. But what happened is people said, "I want to try that at my individual account." So they do offer that as well for TWiT users. 10% off for the life of your account. All you have to do is go to mailroute.info. Say hi to Tom. He's a great guy. Back to speaking of great guys, Paul, Storm, JoCo, and John Hodgman. It's good they sponsored this episode.
Here is a drinking tip. Put your Drambuie in a Jagermeister bottle. Gives it a whole new kick. Turn your Drambuie party fancy.
Yeah.
Once you've finished your Drambuie-soaked haggis, take the remaining Drambuie and funnel it into a Jagermeister bottle.
Well, you remember the first TWiT holiday special that we did, Leo?
I believe you sent me a bacon scarf, and it's really gone downhill. We talked about traditions and the family, and yeah, it was beautiful.
Exactly.
But I've turned old and bitter
now we're all just sitting around together in empty rooms drinking.
Yeah.
It's a good Christmas.
Kind of a metaphor for
it's
whole,
an old-fashioned Christmas.
The whole economy going.
I think pretty soon Sheldon Leonard is going to throw us out into the snow. We're going to stand on a bridge, contemplate suicide, and then an angel is going to show what life would have been like without us. And you know what? It probably would have been a lot like the way it is.
You really didn't make a difference.
Merry Christmas.
The building and loan, it's fine.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
It's actually turning a tidy profit.
We like the strip clubs. We're happy.
And then everyone's going to come into your living room and start singing Auld Lang Syne at the top of their lungs. And you'll be like, what is going on? Get out. Ernie,
well,
Bert.
John, do you have some more traditions that you wanted to share?
Apart from drinking?
Yeah. Anything warmer than drinking.
Now that
By the way, your communicator pin is showing.
Yes, I was just going to say. The scarf has moved.
Of course it is.
And now we can see.
Don't hide it.
Why hide it?
Why hide it? I'm hiding it. It's just the scarf does what the scarf does. The scarf wants what it wants.
What is that, a Bajoran life scarf?
I wasn't going to brag about it. But yes.
I'm hoping that the cruise will become a tradition.
It would be nice.
I would like Jonathan Coulton to pay for me to go on a cruise.
Every year? Every year at this time?
You got it, John.
Why not? Let's just do it, Jonathan.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, whether it's an official thing or not, I will pay for you to go on a cruise. You can go by yourself if you want.
I'd rather it be unofficial. And I'd rather it be on my own.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, no, that's great. Why don't I just buy you a friggin' boat? Why don't I do that?
I have some questions. I have some questions to ask people about. First of all, do you all celebrate Christmas here?
Yes.
All right. Do you open presents on Christmas Eve?
No.
Why not?
What?
No. Jonathan says no.
No, it's
no
not.
That's right.
That's not how it's done. First of all, Santa has not been there yet.
True.
Right.
So
true.
You only get presents from Santa.
Apparently.
Right.
Well,
Santa,
you don't want to.
Santa has not come to replace the prop presents that are under the tree with the actual presents.
Is that what you've been telling your kids?
It's called the Catholic Church transubstantiation. It's the miracle.
From prop to wine. It's beautiful.
Right. If you were to open one of those presents, it would just be some crummy wafer.
Right.
It'd be sand.
But when you open it in the morning, it's actually a pound of Jesus flesh.
I oddly, my family oddly believed in consubstantiation, that the prop present and the real present existed at the same time.
Ooh, oh, right.
That's
like
Schrodinger's
a
present. Yeah.
Yeah.
Schrodinger's
You
gift,
know what? Those are terrible to give as Christmas gifts.
This is the worst Christmases.
You never know what's gonna.
You never know. You think it's going to be a nice surprise,
It could
but
be dead.
50% of the time it's a dead cat.
It could be
Which
gone.
is actually a terrible gift. When you think about it.
Except for hoarders.
What's the worst Christmas present any of you ever received? Quick, come up with a story. I don't have one.
The Vincilla.
Vincilla?
What?
So like chinchilla?
My parents gave me a Vincilla. It was a wine cooler. not the drink wine cooler.
Vincilla.
Yeah. So it was supposed to chill your wine. And what you plugged it into the wall and you filled it up with ice and then put your wine in it. I'm not sure why you plugged it into the wall still to this day.
Well, that was the only way to introduce the risk of electrocution. Otherwise, it would just be
It added some
wine bucket.
edge.
And how old were you when you received this from me?
I was 27, 25. So yeah.
Really? Were you a wine? I don't know you at all, by the way. I'm John Hodgman.
Oh, hey, John. I'm Tom.
Hey, Tom, how are you? It's nice to meet you.
It's great to meet you, too.
We threw him in because I was planning to
welcome
get
to
drunk
our
during this show.
Yeah. This has turned into like a weird office Christmas party. Do you know what I mean?
So what do you do?
Yeah, hey, I've seen you around. Oh, yeah. You do the thing. Right. Good. How's it going? Good.
You're done on 6, right?
Yeah.
What about that bonus this year?
Yeah, it was all right.
Yeah, well, times are hard.
Yeah. No, it was better than I expected.
Yeah, exactly. And you got the tin of shortbread, so you can't.
I always look forward to that.
Yeah,
It smells like butter.
well, it's nice to meet you. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. Everything is well with you, I trust.
Yes, yeah, everything's going well. And you?
What are you hoping to get this Christmas?
Off.
He wants to get off this Christmas.
I thought you meant the insect repellent.
No, I did. I didn't understand why people were laughing.
Yeah, no, right, exactly. Well, it makes a handy stocking stuffer.
It's important. In California, the bugs last year round.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And so should the off.
Yes.
Yeah, I think Storm's got the right idea.
Yeah. I have a question. Has anyone here ever dressed up as Santa Claus for any formal or informal function?
Yes.
At Christmas or in general?
Well, let's start with Christmas. See where it goes.
I have.
You have?
I went to a nursing home dressed as Santa.
On
Were you
plan.
invited?
Was it planned?
No, I surprised him.
Were you drunk?
I was drunk.
Just came and rifled through
Laporte,
everybody's
vigilante
purses.
Santa.
Oh!
Sir, you can't come in here.
No, it was good. And the nice thing is you could do it every day, and they kept thinking it was new and fresh, and it was great.
The only time I ever did was back when Ben Affleck and I were robbing casinos.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Always a good disguise.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nobody suspects Santa.
No, I've never dressed as Santa.
Really?
No.
I don't think you could pull it off, to be honest.
I think people think I look unnatural with even a fake beard.
Let alone.
They get very unnerved.
But, Jonathan, I have to say, the resemblance to Jesus is spectacular.
He kind of looks like Kris Kringle in that Rankin Bass.
Yeah, the red-bearded Kris Kringle.
young Kris Kringle.
young
Kris
Kris
Kringle.
Yeah.
The jumpjumpse, before the jumpsuit.
Put
Right.
one
Yes, exactly.
foot in front of the other.
I dressed as Santa once when I was a kid. I went as Santa Claus for Halloween.
Wow.
That's good.
Meta.
That's
It was a
setting it on
pretty
its,
great
it's
costume.
putting
I
it
have
on
to
its
say.
head.
It was
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Because
kind of.
every time I went to the door, somebody would say, "Oh, Santa, you're here a little early this year." And we all
And did you
nice.
give out presents?
No, I put the candy in my sack.
Literally.
If you know what I mean.
It's not a euphemism, people. It was Halloween.
A sack of toys.
Actually, Santa is one of the rare Halloween costumes where it makes sense that you're carrying around a sack all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
Well, exactly.
otherwise, it's something incongruous about a werewolf carrying around a sack.
The plastic bag, yeah.
What's the matter with that werewolf?
He was just
First, that
shopping at
werewolf always
Christie's.
carrying
and
around
now
that
he's-
plastic bag. Like, it's scary enough he's a werewolf. Now it's just weird.
It's kind of a homeless werewolf. Bag
Maybe
werewolf.
he wants to save the entrails until later, maybe.
Yeah,
He's a conscientious werewolf.
yeah.
I don't know.
For
Do
a
you guys
snack.
save those plastic bags?
From
Like
Halloween?
shopping? Or do you bring your own? Like when you go shopping? This is never mind.
We're going back to hoarding and the dead cats now.
No, it's okay, John. John, you go ahead with it. Where were you going with
You know what I'm going to go as for Halloween next year? An
What?
agoraphobe.
Stay home. I'm so scared.
You just, no, you go outside, but you shake.
You're scared. Right.
Sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
Right. Oh, yeah. There you go.
You're not scaring people. You're scared yourself.
Just going to run around Park Slope screaming like a lunatic.
Which one of you has ever dressed up as a sexy Santa?
Oh, there you go.
Storm. Come on, tell the story. Come on.
No. The thing is,
Come on.
being
You said we weren't gonna
Jewish,
do this, Hodgman.
there's not a lot of call for me as Santa, except for the 1 year, yes. But
Now, did you mentioned that you are Jewish-ish? Did you grow
Yes.
up celebrating Hanukkah, Christmas, or both?
more
just
of
Life
the
Day?
Hanukkah. It was, my dad was Catholic, mom was Jewish. They agreed I'd be raised Jewish-ish. But we did go up to New York where the Italian family was, where we got the full-on sort of Christmas festive thing. Never
Sure.
had to set foot in a church. So I don't know if you could say I ever really celebrated Christmas, but enough to know what the sack is for.
You're Juthlic.
Juthlic, yes. Not formally trained, but I study on my own for that type of thing.
It's
So
interesting.
you didn't have a tree growing up.
No tree indoors. Not outside either, but no, we didn't. We have one now. My wife grew up Catholic, so we do have one, as well as the menorah, and we light it when we remember to, which was 3 of the nights this year. So no, we had no tree.
It's a good batting average.
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think it makes me a goodish Jewish-ish guy.
I'm sure devout people respect your position.
It's not orthodox, but
As much as I respect theirs, yes.
partial lighting reformed church.
That's just the Drambuie speaking.
He'll regret it in the morning. He will.
So which is
You
a better
know-
holiday, Christmas or Hanukkah?
Oh, definitely Christmas. Hanukkah in the pantheon of Jewish holidays is not even like a third stringer. It just happened
Right.
to align with where Christmas was, and you'd be a total heel with your friends
Yeah.
if you didn't have some presents to show
It
for
got
it.
brought up from the miners because they needed something to compete with Christmas. American Jews needed something so their kids didn't feel awful every Christmas when everyone else was getting bikes and roller skates.
Exactly. It didn't work. Like we still were second stringers. It was like, well, we got this pile of toys. Well, we got, socks 7 nights, and then we got this electric train set. That was pretty cool. But you're not really going to brag about the biggest of the Jewish holidays, Yom Kippur, where it's really about kind of atonement and fasting. You're not going to hold it over your Christian friends by trotting that one out.
No
I've been to
Jagermeister
some
there.
wild Yom Kippur parties.
Oh, yes.
That atonement. It could be
You guys
fun.
in Brooklyn.
Well, the night before, right? Because tomorrow you can atone.
Can atone.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, but then that would add to your atonement pile, so you have to save it for afterwards. But no, it worked out pretty well, I'd say. Now I get to celebrate anything that I generally feel like.
Oh, so do you do Sol Invictus and Saturnalia?
If they're around, if someone has some extra laying about, I
If
will.
Saul's around, I'll party with him.
Sure.
Do you do Saturnalia and change places with your servants for the night?
That's a wonderful holiday. I just
It
love
is. It's
that.
fantastic.
Yeah.
I do. That.
I never have. I'll have to ask Nagel if he's up for it this year.
Do you do the neo-pagan Wiccan version of Yule and celebrate the return to the horned god of the sun?
We do that on long weekends. We don't wait for an occasion.
I think I'm going to do a Horn God of the Sun brunch this year, but I'm not going to do a whole thing.
It's just too taxing.
It's too tiring, and building the Wicker Man and everything. It's just
It would drive my mom crazy.
You know what I mean? It's tradition. It's tradition, but I'm going to take a year off.
Yeah.
You got to recharge the batteries on some of the years and just do it up double after
What is it,
that.
the 14th? It's almost impossible to get wicker at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. I mean, it's just like fighting the lines.
I know a guy,
at the Wicker Mart.
Tom.
Yeah. At Michael's.
Michael's.
That is the secret supplier to all like human sacrificing neo.
Go in there, look around.
They've
It's
got
obvious.
it all. They've got it all.
No
You'll
one
find
knows.
you'll find that in their 10K. I think
I'm going to get emails. I know the neo-pagans don't sacrifice humans. Come on.
I know the neo-pagans don't stoop to shopping at Michael's. They use their local craft store.
Do I really have to do another I know you don't murder people disclaimer every time I go on the internet?
Yeah, get out the Jager. Well, we're just going to wrap this up because it couldn't get much better than this. Jonathan, you've got the cruise coming up. Anything else you'd like to talk about? I know January 2nd. It's not too late to sign up.
It's not too late to sign up. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. And frankly, I can't even think past it. It's such a big thing in my future. I can't even think.
I know. In fact, I'm very grateful that you were here because I know that you're very concerned right now with the arrangements. And
well, I have to learn how to drive a boat, for one thing.
It's going to be tough. Where should we go? JoCo's Crazy Cruise?
JoCo Cruise Crazy.
JoCoCruiseCrazy.com. And affordable seats remain.
Yes.
Just seats. You don't know staterooms.
I wouldn't say affordable.
Just a deck chair. Bring blankets.
Do they still have steerage on those ships, or is that old fashioned?
That's what it says on my ticket.
That reminds me, I have to rearrange all the deck chairs before we get on board.
That's like rearranging the deck
chairs.
Oh,
dear.
It's not going to be funny when the ship goes down, I'll tell you.
No. But I do see that John is learning Near My God to Thee, so.
Oh, this is Santa Baby.
Oh, sorry.
How about a little song from John Hodgman?
Is he a songster?
Slip a sable under the tree for me. I've been an awfully good PC, Santa baby. Hurry down my chimney tonight. That sounds pornographic, doesn't it? Santa baby, a baby Aston Martin, please, too. Light blue. I wait up for you, dear Santa baby. Hurry down my chimney tonight. Think of all the fun I missed. Think of all the ladies that I haven't kissed. I could be as good next year if you check off my Christmas list. Oh, Santa baby, forgot to mention one little thing, a ring. And I don't mean on the phone, Santa baby. Hurry down my chimney tonight. Hurry down my chimney tonight.
Go to Dakota.
Pornographic reference tonight.
So you want Santa to propose?
The 80s movie clap.
That is fantastic. Fantastic. Slow clap, ladies and gentlemen. For John Hodgman.
May I mention my podcast?
I was going to say, you need to plug something right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna plug the Judge John Hodgman podcast.
Do people
actual humans submit their personal disputes to me?
Oh, you judge them. They don't judge you.
I don't know what they're doing at home, but officially, I am the judge, and I tell them who is right and who is wrong. And you just follow. You just go to MaximumFun.org. It's a Jesse Thorne podcast. He bought me this nice microphone so that I could do it. Thanks, Jesse. That's it. I got.
I'm just showing the
pulling
site
up the,
so that people can see.
Oh, there it is.
You and your robes. You look so good. Do you wear robes when you do? Yeah. Do you wear robes when you do the show?
I only wear a robe. I wear a a bathrobe from the Chateau Marmont. I have a big bottle of cough syrup, and we just have a great time, you know?
MaximumFun.org, where you also find The Sound of Young America, Jesse Thorne's other fine show.
Exactly so. And it's a lot of fun, and I'm having a great time judging people and deciding who's right and who's wrong. I'm really good at it. And then I also tell people how to live, which I'm also extremely good at. Take a listen, you'll see.
You'll live better.
Exactly. I sentence you. I sentence you. Listen, John.
He's gone. Paul and Storm, are you still doing Wootstocks?
None
there's
are
none on the books
scheduled
right now.
Oh, look, they talk at the same time.
Maybe
It's
not,
cute.
I don't know.
It's good.
Wait, one of you say bracket P after you talk.
Go ahead, Paul.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Those are
we don't
a
have-
huge success.
we shut up so I can talk about our thing.
Woodstock, everybody.
Wootstock.
Woodstock.
We don't have any on the book.
W00T.
God,
I'm not going to let you talk.
This is crap.
Here's what you should search: W00T STOCK. It's a big nerd jamboree, and it's a really big success.
Huge. 3 hours of geek and music.
And I really. So how would you describe it, Paul?
Well,
I've been to a couple, John.
Thank you so much. That's fantastic.
We've alternately described it as sort of nerd vaudeville, or all the good parts of a convention, or a convention with all the lame parts taken out, depending on who's asking. Storm, how would you describe it? Because I'm not doing a good job.
No, I think Geek Vaudeville does it, or like a nerd variety show where you have music, you have genuine scientists.
It's basically it's kind of like the Jonathan Coulton cruise, but not on a boat and without Jonathan Coulton.
Sometimes with Jonathan Coulton.
You know what
I
think is really cool is you did a Dr. Demento thing.
Oh, that was
was a
so
blast.
amazing. Yeah, it was it is currently the 40th anniversary year of the Dr. Demento show, and we were scheduling one for Los Angeles, and he agreed to appear and introduce all of the musical acts that we had. At the end, we all got on stage and sang Shaving Cream, his signature song, accompanied by none other than Weird Al Yankovic. And that was really the closest I think I've come to just exploding while on stage.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I hope you do more of those.
Great way to end it.
Yeah, you just explode on stage.
It's hard to repeat that trick, but it's a good one.
Well, it would literally end it. I think it'd be over.
Yeah, we are looking to do more in 2011. It's tough to align everyone's schedules,
Right.
but we absolutely are planning to do more come next year.
Good.
If you are a geek or a nerd and you like comics or video games or technology, and you go to Woodstock, you will feel like you are home. Mm-hmm. That's how I would describe it.
And our co-hosts, of course, are Adam Savage of Mythbusters and Will Wheaton, known in the blogosphere and, of course, from Star Trek Next Generation, Stand By Me, actor, writer, and all-around very interesting, geeky guy.
And from Mythbusters.
Somewhat less from Mythbusters than Adam Savage.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's just hold on that image.
I 100% support that statement, Storm. Whatever you were saying that none of us were listening to.
Quite all right. I'm used to it.
No idea what that was. Anybody else want to plug anything else before I pull the plug on this?
I love blue cheese.
Thank you. Happy holidays. It's really great to have you guys back. And the Jager was an unexpected bonus. Really appreciate it.
It is our bonus.
It's always a tremendous pleasure to see you and to meet you. Tom, is that right?
Yeah, nice to meet you too, John.
Okay, good.
I'll see you at next year's office party.
I think we found our new holiday tradition. Our new
what would that be?
December 14th Jagermeister live broadcasting bacchanal.
December 14th, Jager Mingle. Check it out. Come on down.
Jager Mingle.
I'm dreaming of a nerd Jägermeister fueled Christmas, just like the one I used to know.
Why is it the only non-musician in the group is the only one performing?
Where Leo's plastered and Paul is plastered.
Alabaster.
Very.
And Storm is plastered and Coulton's not, nor am I.
I think he's asleep, actually. He seems to be drifting.
I'm dreaming of a nerd Christmas for nerds synonymous with white. May your days be a little while. Be
You're going to get
merry
so many emails.
and bright. And may all your Christmases be nerd, aka white.
Good night, everybody. Good night. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Very nice. Thank you, John. Wow.
Yeah, so that happened.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I got that going for me. Good. Thank you. That was great.
I hope you don't have much else to do tonight.
All right, you guys ready to start the show?
Yeah, I think we're ready. That was a good rehearsal. Let's go.
Thanks so much for having us on, Leo.
Hey, have fun with the cruise.
Yeah.
Oh no, you
we will.
guys do all the work. I just sit here and laugh like a madman. It's really fun. The chat room loved it, by the way.
I was so excited to get the email again asking.
Why don't I believe that?
I know I was. I was
Every year.
about to write you, but your new person whose name I forget.
Eileen.
Lovely Eileen Rivera.
Tom's wife, by the way.
That is my wife.
Oh, well, she's very lovely. And,
You could stop.
tell her to come by Park Slope sometime.
We've been.
Oh, that's where I saw you before.
Right.
I was going to write you and say, are we going to do it? Are we going to do it again? And then all of a sudden I got that email and I was very happy about it.
Thank you. Well, no, it's kind of become a tradition. It's their third year now, and it really is fun.
It is fun.
It's just a great time. I don't know what. There's really no structure to it, but it seems to. You did it.
Obviously.
Basically, John hosted it today, which was great. Thank you, John, for asking.
John always does all the work. If you just
asking
leave
questions.
enough space, John will eventually step in and do the work.
Yeah,
That's been my experience.
The reality is that I've been under the influence of Jagermeister before, and I know that. And
You know how bad it is.
there just was no reason. I couldn't watch you go underwater that way. I had to.
I gotta say, I'm really enjoying the underwear on the box. I have to say.
I don't even know what it is. I'm very curious to know what that
grim.
piece of fabric is.
Can you bring it over, or are you tethered?
Let me take a look.
It actually is underwear.
It's a sock. What is it? Maybe it is underwear. What the hell?
I swear to you, I have never seen this thing before. It's part of a canvas.
Are you about a size 14?
Oh, is she a great big fat person?
Would you?
I don't know what. I really don't know. It's like It's like a scarecrow hood or something. I don't know where it came from. It's actually kind of creepy.
Forensics are called for.
It's the basket that it puts the lotion in unless it wants to get the hose again.
It's the shroud of I was in your house while you were asleep.
Exactly.
Put it over
They're
there.
filming The Strangers 2 there.
The restranging.
Yeah, exactly. They're doing it as a reality show. Jonathan just doesn't know it yet. What if during this whole thing we saw this giant hulking dude with a burlap sack on his head just walking slowly behind Jonathan?
We'll
and he didn't
do it
even
in
notice.
post. That's
And
good.
we're like, look behind you. What?
I didn't say anything.
Thank you, guys. Have a great,
All right,
have
talk
a
to
great
you later.
Christmas. Have a
Thanks,
great
Leo.
cruise,
Bye.
too.
Take care, everyone.
Take care. Bye-bye.
I give you guys a lot of guff, but you know I adore you.
Yes.
Oh, of course. Back at you.
Yeah. Just stay away from me.
Ready.
All right.
And with that, I don't know if I did that or he did, but we're going to disconnect now.
Tom Merritt, thank you. I cannot tell you what a great pleasure it's been to have you for the last, it's been 6 months now.
Yeah.
Here at TWiT in the cottage, you've really made a big difference, improving the quality immensely of what we were able to do. So really, I'm just really thrilled to have you and your better half, Eileen, with us on the TWiT team. We really feel
well, thanks
grateful.
for bringing me in. I'm having a blast.
And I would be remiss if I didn't say that all of this happens thanks to you at home. You are the people that not only we do it for, but really it's the community around TWiT that makes TWiT possible, that makes it happen. And we are just, I know Tom feels the same way. We are just blessed to be able to do this, to be able to come here every day and have fun in a crazy little cottage out in the middle of nowhere over the internet. And make a living doing it, and have great people who email us and participate. So group hug here. Thank you. We do wish you a very happy holiday. We're going to take the week after Christmas off. So are you doing some TNT specials? I think you are.
Yeah, we're doing pre-recorded versions. We've got a best of. We've got a predictions episode. Some open mics where we have listeners on. So some cool stuff coming out.
Oh, that'll be really fun. I've wanted to do that. That's great.
Yeah.
And after we get back, we're hitting the ground running because the very next week we are all going down to Vegas for our another holiday tradition, our long march with CES. We will cover CES even better than ever before because not only will we have Tom and Sarah Lane and me down there, but our whole TWiT team is down there. We're going to have 2 remote cameras from Live View so we can really get out there in the field. Jerry Pornell is going to be at CES, and I want him to just talk about the old days of CES and Comdex. Some great people.
It's going to be better than being at CES to watch our coverage.
Oh, yeah. You
of
don't want to
CES. It's
go.
the best way. You don't get hurt feet.
Basically, we kill ourselves at CES, so you don't have to. It is, I hadn't gone for years, and I was so happy not to go. But it's fun to get to do this and bring it to you. So our CES coverage begins. What day does that begin? On Wednesday?
January 3rd.
Say again? Wednesday night. Tom and Becky will be at the PepCom event.
Yeah, the digital experience.
Then the next day, Dick DiBartolo and I will do Showstoppers on Thursday night. And then we'll be broadcasting all day Friday and all day Saturday. We'll do TWiT there. I'll do the radio shows. And then the radio show on Sunday. And then we collapse in a puddle. So we'll see you at CES. Thanks, everybody. Have a great holiday season. A happy new year. Thank you once again for your support. We couldn't do this without you. And we'll see you next time on TWiT. Bye-bye.
Happy holidays.